Jargon College is a school servicing mainly Indigenous kids from remote areas in Cape York, in Torres Strait Islands, but also kids from Cairns, Gordon Vale and other areas of Queensland. They've got around 511 kids, if I'm not mistaken, and still growing. And that's where I work on two marketing programs. I'm producing marketing prospectus, which will be used for students, for parents, for potential donors and other interested parties.
I think all children, doesn't matter where they come from, have got that joy of life and that spirit and that energy. They want to be happy, they want to succeed and you know, they want to do all those sort of things. It's up to staff to tap into that. We have a huge focus in the school on how staff interact with kids.
If you have a look at all the landscaping, that was actually done by kids studying here. They're really talented.
We run a certificate in horticulture, and our horticulture students have done all the landscaping around the new library, for example, which has saved us a lot of money and taught them a lot of skills.
Another thing that surprised me are kids. They're so polite, so happy, so well behaved. It's such a huge difference compared to my school.
So Mr. Tico is going to be Mr. Shanklin today, and to give out the certificate will be Miss Jean, so that could be Mr. Spike.
We've got a very strong academic program. We've got a very strong learning support program, a strong vocational program. We put all these programs in place to support kids' learning and to help them reach their potential. But most schools do that. And they also get bikes from the tip, and then they make up their own designs. I don't know if that would be allowed on the road.
I've never seen anything like that. It's all made from metal?
Some of the boys who were working in one of the certificate courses in the tech centre came to see me and asked if we would offer a mechanics course the following year. And I said, well look, we've got no money to build a mechanics workshop. So, but we've probably got enough money to buy the materials if you will put it up. So I went, yeah, we'll put it up. And they did. They built the mechanics workshop. The boys will fix up, and then the most deserving student will be able to call it his.
It's great the kids are designing their own working space.
That's right, yes. So, you know, when they go home and they need a workspace, they're going to think, well, I know how to make one. We support their cultural background. You know, we've got lots of different Indigenous cultural groups here, and we celebrate their culture. But it's really the overarching thing is to treat every child with love.
Today is a very important day for Jargon College and its students. We are at the Cairns Convention Centre, where they've got graduation and their formal. They had to combine two events because kids like to invite all their parents or their family members from Cape York and Torres Strait Islands, and it's quite expensive for some of them to travel. For so many kids, it's quite a unique experience. Their grandparents, their parents could never experience that. They would watch TV and they would see kids graduating, or they would hear that their neighbors or all the other kids who they knew are graduating, they've got formals, they can dress up, but they could never experience that. So it's quite a unique experience. They're usually their first generation who are graduating from the college.
Congratulations to these Year 12 students.
It's just a really inspirational place, and what I was doing was really motivational as well. It's high energy.
These students, they've entered the 21st century and they want to be part of it.
All the communities in the wet season, they don't have access, well, anytime they don't have access to fresh bread. All they have is frozen bread. Sometimes when they get it, it's mouldy and stale, and they still buy it because there's nothing else that they can have.
So what we're going to come up with the different options of just straight freezer to oven, and if we do that, then there's less minimal training and required. It'll create work opportunities in each individual community.
Business opportunities.
Business opportunities, but the biggest thing is the health issues. It'll also, they'll get fresh bread daily.
We've got Kowanyama, Pomperau, Arakoon.
But the one big thing that's going to help with the communities is obviously the health issues. When they're cut off from the wet season, they'll be able to produce their own bread. They can store, the frozen dough can be stored up to 6 months.
And I dare say we're going to have to talk to the people in the communities to see what they prefer.
Well, that just shows the frustration, doesn't it? You don't always get the information that you're wanting to get straight away.
Unless you eat it straight away, it gets stale quite quickly and would be quite hard to chew.
So we're quite happy with the work we've been putting in, and hopefully it will be used, or I'm sure it will be used in the future. He actually took our brief to Brisbane yesterday and met with quite a few dignitaries and government employees, and they were so impressed with what happened that they're looking at rolling it out to Queensland full stop, and there may be connotations of rolling out into other states. So it's fairly big, and it's going to be majorly beneficial to all communities. So I think we're real pleased in what we've done.
We are.